Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of My Slow Descent from Hollywood to KLUK TV by Sergio Furlione. Born in Italy, he immigrated to the United States early in his career. With over a dozen films to his credit, Hollywood readily embraced his directional style. Within a year, he was working on a monumental project with some of the top talent in the business. With 2 Oscars for direction under his belt and more than a few starlets on his arm, he experienced an unparalleled degree of success. After his second marriage to the darling of the silver screen ended, he found himself searching for the meaning in life. Then, after a series of unfulfilling love affairs, he met and married the love of his life, only to have happiness slip through his fingers when his wife was forced to enter the witness protection program during their honeymoon in Paris. It was this event that would change his career and his life paths forever. Leaving the bright lights of Hollywood behind him, he found himself moving to Sweet Swine County to work as the creative director for a small market station, KLUK TV. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other, but we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of As the Corn Grows. Today we join Katie as she confronts Cousin John about the ultimatum he gave Ronnie.
Oh, there you are, you waste of space.
Well, good morning to you too, little Miss Sunshine. What's got you all fired up?
Ever since I took control of KLUK, you have done everything that you can to undermine my success.
Why, Katie, whatever do you mean?
Oh, you know exactly what I mean, John. All of my advertisers have abandoned ship to run over to the hay wagon of Split Hoof tonight.
Well, revenue's down a little bit, are they?
Oh, you know that they are.
You can't blame advertisers for wanting to advertise with the #1 rated show in the whole region. Besides, your little girls show there, that's just nothing but a bunch of fluff and chatter.
Fluff and chatter? Why, I oughta...
Ooh, what are you going to do? You going to hit me? You going to hit me? Maybe I ought to get Plow up here to protect me. Huh? Listen, sister, it may have been Aunt Ella's money that started this station, but it was my blood, sweat, and tears that built it into what it is today.
Oh, give me a break. You didn't give a hoot about this station until I found that stock of Aunt Ella's. And now you don't care if the whole company goes down the toilet.
Katie, did you take your paranoia pill this morning or something? Think about it. If you fail, I lose money.
Oh, no. I know what this boils down to. It boils down to Aunt Ella's farm.
The farm? What in the world's a farm got to do with the station?
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what it's got to do with the station. We've got 200 acres of tillable farmland times $5,000 an acre. I'd say you've got about 1 million reasons you don't want me to succeed.
Listen, I've heard about enough out of you, little girl.
Oh, and another thing. What about Ronnie?
Oh, what about Ronnie?
Well, you can't fire him. He's my employee.
Listen, a contract's a contract. If he goes away, he's done. Fired. Done.
Well, we're just going to have to see about that. And by the way, I've got an appointment with Lawyer Ed this afternoon.
Hey, go ahead and waste your money. I hear Ed wants to buy a new convertible anyway. I'm sure he can use the extra income.
You are despicable. How do you sleep at night?
In a big old king-size bed, thank you very much. And you know what? If I can't sleep, I count $100 bills.
You are one smug, self-righteous son of a Russian spy. And mark my words. Mark my words, John. Your day is coming.
Am I supposed to be scared? Tell Ronnie I'll mail him his severance check. Hello?
Hello, Cousin John.
Can I help you?
Don't you recognize my voice?
Hey, listen, lady, I haven't got time for 20 questions.
But John, I'm your biggest fan. I've left you so many messages.
You don't scare me.
Why, John, whatever do you mean? Think of me as your guardian angel watching over you. Put that knife down and let's chat a while.
How did you know I was holding a knife?
It's like I said, John Robert. I'm watching over you. Life is unpredictable. You just never know what might happen. Oh, dear, I have to go. The pizza man's here. Don't worry, I'll be in touch.
Wilma, get Officer Dave and Plow in here. I've had about enough of this cat and mouse game.
Sure thing, Mr. Olson. And your 1 o'clock's here.
Good. Send her in.
Hey, John Robert, what's up? Sounded urgent.
Well, it is.
Oh, yeah?
You know, it's come to my attention that you've been recently incarcerated for fighting with your sister, Daisy May.
Well, we had a little tiff.
A little tiff,
That's
nothing.
what you're talking about.
She looks like she got run over by a train twice.
Oh, come on.
Listen, she's threatening to sue my paper.
Oh, she is such a pansy. I barely touched her. She gave me a black eye, sprained my wrist. But John, don't worry about it. You know what? I'm suing her right now. Lawyer Ed's on the case as we speak.
Be that as it may, I can't have my employees going around punching people in the face. Besides, frivolous lawsuits cost money. My money, and I won't have it.
Oh, come on, John. She started it. She's
Stop right there. Listen, I don't need a recap of all the sordid details.
But she's crazy.
But nothing.
She's crazy.
Just clean out your locker and get out.
What?
Listen, you heard me. Just giddy up on out of here.
John Robert Olson, I've worked for the Daily Boar for 10 long years.
Then you should have thought of that before you beat up one of my biggest advertisers.
Daisy May doesn't advertise with you. She's got no money.
Well, no, but she does represent the Lemon Rush sport drink, and they just signed a $250,000 contract with me this week. And just on her say-so.
So,
get out your calculator and figure it out. Daisy May said she'd jerk this back for me if I don't fire you today.
oh, she can't do this.
She
OMG.
can do that, and she did do that.
You're sleeping with her, John Robert, aren't you? You've slept with every woman in town but me. Now you're sleeping with my sister. How low can you go?
Yeah, listen, now, whether I've slept with her or not, she can and she will. So, here's your pink slip, honey. See Wilma on your way out.
Slip. You can't do this. You won't get away with this, John Robert Olson. This is occupational blackmail. And Lawyer Ed is gonna sue the pants off of you, so giddy up.
I'm shaking in my boots.
You better be.
Wilma, have Plow meet PRAIRIE and walk her out to her car.
Thank you for meeting me, Elmer. I need your help.
You need help, all right.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means every time I've tried to help you, I end up regretting it. That's what that's supposed to mean.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Elmer. Are you still blaming me for being furloughed to Russia?
Oh, well, let's see. I think me helping you becomes a problem for me. And let me start with going on trial for arson. Getting in a fight with Cousin John at the Sweet Swine Days picnic. And then I end up in Siberia almost frozen solid. So yes, it's a problem for me.
Elmer, you know very well that Cousin John is at the center of all of those disasters. I had nothing to do with that.
You know what, Katie?
What?
They should rename you Calamity Katie. Because everywhere you go turns into a trail of disasters.
That's not fair, Elmer, and stop being such a big baby. You know very well that Cousin John is determined to hurt me and everyone around me until he gets what he wants. He wants Aunt Ella's farm. And you promised Aunt Ella, didn't you, Elmer, that you would look out after me and help me with that farm?
Well, isn't that just like a woman, using Aunt Ella's deathbed request to get her own way? Will Elmer be persuaded to come to the rescue, or will Katie have to find a new companion she can emotionally blackmail into doing her bidding? I guess we'll find out after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of The Sweet Swine Diaries, a collection of unauthorized biographies by Cassidy Davis, featuring a riveting collection of the exotic, neurotic, chaotic, and even psychotic stories about the lives of the Sweet Swine County ladies. Miss Davis is quoted as saying, "I have never seen so many single women with so many problems in my life. Enjoy." Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because now you can see a late-night talk show filmed in front of a discerning yet agreeable studio audience. Split Hoof tonight. Cousin John and his incomparable sidekick, Earl Silo, interview a roster of guests who make appearances that you won't want to miss. Now on this station and the web.
This program has been made possible by The Daily Boar. This sometimes daily newspaper reports the news the residents of Sweet Swine County want to know. Also now featured online at sweetswinescoop.com.
Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now we join Prairie Ann as she pays a little visit to Daisy May against Lawyer Ed's wishes.
There you are, you vindictive little brat.
Why, Prairie Ann, whatever do you mean?
You know what I mean. I just came back from Cousin John's office and he gave me my walking papers.
Well, how awful for you. I see your black eye is healing nicely.
You cost me my job!
Now, you've given me way too much credit. After all, you were the one who threw the first punch.
Oh, what do you mean? It was you and that horrifying zebra Snuggie seducing my boyfriend!
You lost Garrett the minute he laid eyes on me. You're always looking to blame someone else for all your bad luck. Besides, I'm getting Lawyer Ed to have Judge Justice issue a restraining order against you.
But Lawyer Ed's my lawyer. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess that $5,000 retainer check I gave him yesterday just might have convinced him to switch sisters in this particular case.
$5,000, Daisy May, why are you doing this to me? You know I took care of you when Mom and Dad had that horrible hay baling accident.
Oh, you took care of me?
Yes, I took care of you. They wanted to put you in a foster home, but I'd have nothing to do with it.
I would have been better off.
Better off? What are you talking about?
Priyan, you really don't remember?
Remember what? Remember what?
After the accident, you had a nervous breakdown. The doctors prescribed tranquilizers to help you cope, but it was nearly a year before you could make a cup of coffee for yourself, let alone take care of me.
Oh, I didn't have a nervous breakdown. I was a little bit depressed, but Daisy Mae, I was there for you.
There for me? I had to watch you every minute. You wouldn't eat, you barely slept, you walked around the house clutching a picture of Mom and Dad in your bathrobe and slippers at all hours of day and night.
Why are you making this up?
I'm not making anything up. You were an emotional wreck, and I was a 12-year-old orphan. The doctors called it depression, anxiety, agoraphobia, and then you went into a 2-year coma.
Oh, Daisy Mae, you should be a fiction writer. You're good at making up stories. How can you do this to me?
Well, ask Mrs. Swanson. She'll tell you. She took care of me for the 2 years when you were in the coma.
Oh, Daisy, this is just another attempt to hurt me. Why do you want to hurt me so?
Oh, really? You came out of it on my 15th birthday. The doctor said it was a miracle, but you had no memory of the past 3 years. The doctors told us not to talk about it.
Oh, Daisy Mae, I think you've been in Hollywood far too long. Giddy up!
No. I think it's time we talk about what really happened after Mom and Dad died. Don't you, PRAIRIE?
Katie, I did promise Aunt Ella on her deathbed I'd help her save the farm, but that was before I met you.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Listen, Katie, there's no helping you. Everything you do is cursed. You are a cursed woman.
Cursed? You mean like voodoo cursed?
Like, be afraid for your life kind of cursed. Besides, you have Ronnie to help you save that farm. That is, if he's not kidnapped and shot by another one of your boarders.
Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you? Well, let me tell you something. Cousin John is hatching a plan to ruin me, you idiot.
Hey, listen, calling me an idiot is not gonna help your case here, Katie. And by the way, Cousin John is a real stand-up guy.
Oh boy, have you changed your tune about Cousin John.
Oh, well, maybe you didn't get the memo, but I am Cousin John's chief security officer now.
Yeah, more like big, dumb puppet officer.
What'd you call me?
I didn't say a word. Look, Aunt Ella didn't want Cousin John to get his hands all over that farm. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to not let that happen, with or without your help.
Personally, Katie, I think the farm is better off in Cousin John's hands, and not some city slicker pretending to be a farmer in that half-nitwit Ronnie.
Why, Elmer Plow, bite your tongue. I may not be a real farmer, but I am going to keep that buddy of yours from grabbing that farm.
Katie, you're just delaying the inevitable. Cousin John is just too powerful.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies in this county, and you'd better tell your big buddy Cousin John to watch his back, because he may be heading for a fall.
What's that supposed to mean?
PRAIRIE, it's been quite a while since we spoke.
It has, Dr. Cornell, and after our last breakthrough, I never thought I'd be in this office again.
Well, so tell me what brings you back.
Well, you cured me from my fear of thunderstorms and lightning, but I'm just so confused.
Calm down, take a deep breath, start from the beginning.
It's my sister. I think she's having a breakdown.
Now, is this the same sister you had the knockdown drag-out with last week?
How do you know about that?
Well, Norma over at Edie's told me about it.
That nosy Norma. I bet everybody in the county knows about it now.
Well, it's a small town. So, now, go on, tell me, why is it that you think your sister's having a breakdown?
Well, ever since my mom and dad were killed, and you remember that freakish hay baling accident? Well, I've had to be mother and father to Daisy Mae.
How old were the two of you when they
Well,
died?
I was 18 and she was only 12.
And so you decided to take care of her.
Well, of course. What could I do? I didn't want her to go to foster care.
Well,
that would be so cruel.
That's commendable of you, certainly, but it must have been hard on you.
It was. I had to give up my college career, and I had to go right to work for that Mervyn Gold down at the Gazette. You know him. It was horrifying.
You must have loved your sister dearly to sacrifice for her like that.
I did, and I do, but she's always doing things to hurt me.
Like what?
Well, for instance, she's always taking my boyfriends. I get a boyfriend and then she takes him, and like today, just this morning, and that's why I'm here, she had Cousin John fire me from the Daily Bore. I've worked there for 10 years.
Well, certainly that behavior is very upsetting, but why do you think it indicates that your sister's having a breakdown?
Well, Dr. Cornell, she's making up stories. I think she's delusional. They're ridiculous stories. I think she's got like that split personality stuff. You know what? And she might even be psycho.
With personality?
Yeah. I do.
Well, give me an example.
Well, take for instance this morning. I went over there to give her a piece of my mind about her having Cousin John fire me, and it wasn't even 2 minutes. And oh, you wouldn't have believed it. She was telling like this incredible fairy tale.
Fascinating. Go on.
Well, she told me that after my mom and dad were killed in that freakish, you remember that freakish hay baling accident?
I've heard about it once or twice.
That I had a breakdown.
Did you have a breakdown?
No. She went on to say that I was in a coma for 2 years and she had to go live with Mrs. Swanson.
And it never happened?
No. Can you believe it? She's crazy.
Why would she make up such an outlandish story?
Well, you know what she said? She also said that when I came out of the coma, that I had no memory of the breakdown or the coma. Now, isn't that crazy? Huh.
Well, there are documented cases of repressed memory. Sometimes the mind just forgets things that are too hard to deal with. Have you discussed this with Mrs. Swanson?
Not yet, but it can't be true, can it?
Well, now isn't that a kick in the head? Will Dr. Cornell be able to unlock the secrets buried in Prairie Anne's pretty head? I guess we'll find out after the break.
This program has been made possible by SweetSwineScoop.com, the online magazine that keeps Sweet Swine County citizens informed on what's happening. For if it happens in Sweet Swine County, it's news to us.
Get ready, because now you can watch a full of fun daytime talk show that shares the latest and greatest news about the people, places, and events found all over our story country. The Women of Sweet Swine County, hosted by 3 sassy ladies that tell small town stories with big town attitude. Now on this station and the web. Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now we join Mrs. Swanson as she does her best to calm Prairie Anne's fears.
Calm down, Prairie Anne. Have a cracker.
I am way past cracker calming time, Mrs. Swanson. My sister's having a nervous breakdown.
You don't say. I think I know how she feels.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. Why do you think Daisy Mae is having a breakdown?
Well, she's making up this ridiculous story about me falling apart after my parents' freakish hay baling accident.
I see. Exactly just what did she tell you about the accident?
Well, she said I fell apart. And I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep and I walked around the house and then she said I went into a coma for 2 years. And when I came out of the coma, I couldn't remember anything about that horrible accident.
Oh dear.
She said that she lived with you while I was in a coma.
She told you that, did she?
She did. I always suspected she had mental issues, but now she has just gone off the deep end.
Well, I hoped it would never come to this.
You aren't saying it's true, are you?
Oh, I'm afraid, dear, it is true. You did lose 3 years of your memory, and I did take Daisy Mae in while you were in your coma.
Oh, this can't be happening to me. Giddy up.
Oh, Aunt Ella, I'm so exhausted from keeping the farm going. And Cousin John is just too powerful. I need your help, Aunt Ella. I need your help.
Katie, my darling Katie, wake up.
Aunt Ella? What?
Don't be alarmed, child. I'm just here to help.
But you're dead. I must be dreaming.
Oh, you're not dreaming, dear. I'm your guardian angel, and you just asked for my help.
So that's all there is to it?
Well, that and the fact that I just completed guardian angel training.
Okay. This is just too bizarre. I'm waking up now.
Oh, my darling, you are awake. Now tell me, what can I do to help?
Well, isn't this a fine kettle of fish? Not only am I going broke, but now I'm going to have to hire a paranormal de-ghoster for the house.
Stop fretting. You don't have to tell a soul about our conversations. Oh, it's so nice to be home again.
Well, it's not going to be nice to be home much longer, Aunt Ella. Cousin John is hatching a plan to take this farm away.
Not to worry, sweet girl. Aunt Ella has a few tricks up her sleeve.
Pull them out, Auntie, because I'm going to need all the help I can get.
What's that? Oh, Katie, I have to go. I have a meeting with St. Peter in 10 minutes.
St. Peter?
Oh, yes, and he's a real stickler about time.
So I've heard.
Relax, Katie. I'll be back with the plan in no time.
Just when you think things can't get any worse.
Hello, sweets and eats.
Bonjour, man oh me.
Frenchie, is that you? Listen, it's over. Leave me alone.
No, it's Ronnie P.
Ronnie?
One and the same, you'll never guess where I'm at.
High horse?
No, much farther away than that.
Listen, I haven't got time for 20 questions. Just tell me where in God's green earth you are, Ronnie P. Silage.
Well, I'm standing right now in front of the Eiffel Tower in grand old Paris.
Ooh, Paris.
Yes, and now tomorrow, I'm going to have a meeting with the French premier frozen food mogul.
Ooh, mogul.
Yeah, so how's everything there?
Fine, everybody's fine.
And Prairie Ann?
Oh, you probably didn't hear.
Hear what? Is she engaged?
No.
But she didn't get married, did she?
No, she didn't get married.
Well, then what?
Well, I guess you didn't hear. You know, since she had that fight with Daisy May, Cousin John fired her.
Fired her?
Yes, he did, and it just had a fit.
Man, I wish I were there, the poor little thing!
Oh, just a minute. Oh, I have to go. That darling expressman is just here with a package. Bye!
Yeah, but what about Prairie Ann?
Say now, stranger, aren't you that big megastar Garrett Dawson?
Well, I might be Garrett Dawson, but I feel more like a mega heel.
Yeah, I heard about your little love triangle thing there. Kind of messy, huh?
Oh, man. You know, I didn't mean to hurt Prairie Ann or anything, but jeez, that Daisy May came into the picture, and, well, you know, that's love at first sight.
Amore. Bites you in the butt every time, doesn't it?
No kidding. You can say that again. Jeez. I don't think we've met.
Sergio Forleone.
You're that big-time movie director gone small-town producer, aren't you?
Yes, I am. You know, Mr. Garrett, I'm working on a project right now that you might be interested in.
Oh, yeah? You don't say.
Yes, how would you like to star in your own music video?
Music video, huh?
Yeah, and the best part is, you get to pick your own leading ladies.
Well, warm up the vocal cords and turn on the spotlights. Will Garrett pick Daisy May as his leading lady? And will Sergio tell Cousin John he's moonlighting as a music video director? Find out next time on As the Corn Grows!
This program has been made possible by The Daily Boar. This sometimes daily newspaper reports the news the residents of Sweet Swine County want to know. Also now featured online at sweetswinescoop.com.
Get ready for a website like no other. A website where you will find stories done by reporters, tourists, and celebrities from Sweet Swine County. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County. With nothing happening in their county, they decided to do some stories about the businesses and points of interest located in their neighboring towns and counties. Take a unique look at life inside the small towns of the Midwest by visiting destinationsmalltown.com.